It's only a matter of time before the truth starts coming out. Imagine being one of the best college quarterbacks. Imagine being one of the highest NIL making quarterbacks. Imagine making almost probably more than $30 million before you get into the league, offer your NIL, name and likeness and deals that you made as your own brand. Imagine that, and imagine your dad being one of the greatest players to ever play, Deion Sanders. Now imagine the NFL having, a gripe with you because of your dad and the things that your dad did while he was in the NFL. Causing player empowerment, getting guaranteed deals, and upping player salary.
Shedeur Sanders just shook the entire football world again. Fresh practice footage straight out of Cleveland is going viral, and man, the timing couldn't be wilder. While fans and analysts are arguing about who deserves the QB1 spot, Shedeur's out there proving it on the field like he's already got the job locked in. The Browns might be facing a serious internal storm right now, and deep down they know it. What do you think? Should Shedeur be starting already, or should they keep him waiting just a little longer? Here's the real scoop out of Cleveland right now. Shedeur Sanders is officially listed as the backup quarterback, sitting at that number 2 slot behind Dillon Gabriel. But don't let that label fool you. This man is not moving like a backup, not even for a second. When practice ends and most players hit the showers, Shedeur is still out there grinding. He's throwing extra passes, tightening up his mechanics, and locking in like he knows destiny's about to call his number any day now. And word around Cleveland is, that moment might be closer than anyone expected. People inside the building are whispering that after the bye week, fans might finally see Shedeur on that field. For real this time. Now, nothing's officially confirmed yet, but the energy is crazy right now. Local reporter Tony Rizzo, who's been tight on Browns coverage for years, has been hinting that Shedeur could be stepping in soon. Rumor has it the coaching staff is quietly preparing an evaluation stretch, meaning Dillon Gabriel might have already played his last few games as the starter.
Gabriel sollte als Backup dienen. Du hast gesagt, er würde einige Schulungen absolvieren. Stimmt das auch mit Shedeur?
Nein. Wenn beim jungen Quarterback bei dem Dillon in der Startelf steht, musst du sicherstellen, dass er viele Wiederholungen absolviert. Das ist etwas anderes, wenn du einen Veteran wie Joe hast.
They want to see if Shedeur can turn that hype into real production under pressure, not just in practice. It's like Cleveland's getting ready for a new era, and everyone can feel it building. The question is, are the Browns brave enough to pull the trigger? Now here's where things start heating up. And I mean really heating up. Word is, Dillon Gabriel got wind of the rumors about Shedeur possibly taking his spot, and let's just say, he's not exactly doing cartwheels about it. Can you blame him? Finding out through whispers and leaks that your backup might be sliding into your position, that's a cold hit to the ego. But that's the NFL, baby. The game moves fast, and if you're not delivering, someone else is waiting to take your shine in a heartbeat. Now let's talk facts. Dillon's played 4 games so far, and to be honest, it's been rough. Not disastrous, but definitely not the kind of performance that locks your job down. What's crazy is that Tony Rizzo, who's been following this saga closely, has actually been calling out the Browns coaching staff, and he's right too. Those play calls, way too soft. Nothing but safe little check down passes and boring short yardage plays that make Dillon's stat sheet look okay, but don't move the game an inch. If you've watched football long enough, you can see the game they're playing. The coaches are basically bubble wrapping Dillon out there, protecting him from failure, keeping the numbers clean, and pretending the offense is fine when it's clearly stalling. But here's the wild part nobody wants to talk about. Everyone keeps saying, oh, 30 teams passed on Shedeur in the draft, like that's some big knock against him. But wait, didn't 30 teams pass on Dillon Gabriel too? Did the whole league just get selective memory overnight? Dillon wasn't some first-round prodigy either. He wasn't even projected to go early. So why is everyone acting like he's some proven vet while Shedeur is just a gamble? It's wild hypocrisy. And the funniest part is, the rookie everyone doubts might be the one who ends up saving this whole franchise. Tony Gross actually said, with a straight face, that he believes Dillon Gabriel is outperforming Cam Ward, the #1 pick in the entire draft.
Arbeitet hart und lernt wirklich jeden Tag und jede Woche dazu. Macht einen guten Job. Holt jeden Tag das Beste aus sich heraus und fühlt sich mit dem System immer wohler. Ich denke, als Quarterbacks zählen wir nicht die Spielzüge, wir lassen die Spielzüge zählen. Egal, welche Spielzüge wir bekommen. Wir sind dankbar dafür und lassen sie zählen. Egal, ob sie gegen die erste Verteidigungsreihe oder gegen Baldwin Wallace JBs gerichtet sind, bei jedem Angriff, den wir als Quarterbacks bekommen, holen wir das Beste aus ihnen.
Let that sink in for a second. Dylan Gabriel, the same guy who's been looking average at best, is supposedly doing better than the top overall pick. That's some next-level mental gymnastics right there. Olympic-level reasoning if you ask me. But let's break this down properly. Dylan's season so far has been all over the place. One decent game against Minnesota, one where he looked halfway competent, one flat-out bad showing, and one so forgettable it might as well have been a bye week. That's his entire resume. 4 games of inconsistency, and yet somehow people are bending logic trying to convince themselves that this is better than what Cam Ward's been doing out there. Here's the kicker. Both quarterbacks only have 1 win each, so how does that even make sense? The math just isn't adding up, and it's starting to feel like the Browns are protecting their own narrative. The coaching staff keeps saying Dylan's doing just fine, which isn't shocking when you realize they spent a 3rd-round pick on him. Of course, they're going to defend their choice, but come on, looking like a 3rd-round rookie isn't exactly something to brag about, especially when you've got Shedeur Sanders right there on the bench, sharpening his game and waiting to explode the moment he gets a shot. And that new practice footage, that's the proof. Shedeur's not acting like a backup, not even close. You can see it in his eyes, in his focus, in every throw. This isn't a guy content with riding the bench and cashing checks. This is someone who knows his moment's coming, and when it does, he's gonna snatch that spotlight and never give it back. Rizzo didn't just report the drama, he dropped a plan. According to him, the Browns need to give Shedeur the entire bye week to lock in like never before. Sit him down with that playbook, let him live and breathe those plays, and then throw him in with the big boys, the first-team offense and defense. Let him feel that real game speed, get him fully synced with his receivers.
I imagine there's many people that think Dylan Gabriel's a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. I don't care where they were drafted. And if the Browns are the one team that thinks that, then I'm going to suspect it's not true. They don't know what.
And have him ready to roll into New York to face the Jets right after the bye. That's the kind of preparation a future starter needs. And honestly, that sounds like the smartest move the Browns could make right now. What exactly do they have to lose? Dylan Gabriel's been meh at best, and this season's already teetering on the edge of disaster. It's time to see what Shedeur can really do before the whole year slips through their fingers. Those final 4 games could be his official audition, not just for next season in Cleveland, but maybe for any team bold enough to see his potential if the Browns can't. The timeline insiders are whispering about, it's lining up perfectly. Shedeur is expected to get that last 4-game stretch to prove himself, a real sample size, not just one random start where anything could go wrong. 4 games to show growth, confidence, and whether that college swagger can translate into NFL dominance. But here's what's wild. It's not just the hype, it's how Shedeur's handling all of this. No interviews throwing shade, no side comments to reporters, no drama at all.
They've been on every quarterback evaluation for 30 years.
Right.
I never root against anybody.
Yeah.
But I'd be surprised if Dylan Gabriel's ever a legitimate starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I'd be surprised.
He's keeping his head down, putting in reps, and working like a man who already knows his shot's coming. Every day he's out there staying locked in, sharpening his skills, and making sure that when the Browns finally call his name, there'll be no debate, no hesitation, just pure readiness and fireworks on that field. And that's exactly what separates Shedeur from the rest. The mindset. This isn't some kid waiting for a miracle. This is a man building one. Every throw, every rep, every extra minute after practice, it's all a statement. He's saying, I'm not here to watch. I'm here to take over. And the crazy part, his teammates are starting to feel it too. You can sense the shift in the locker room, the quiet buzz, the side glances, the whispers about how different the energy feels when he's under center. Some of the veterans reportedly even told staff that Shedeur's presence just hits different. That confidence he carries, it's contagious. He's got that mix of calm and command that you can't fake. When he walks into the huddle, it's not loud or flashy, but everybody straightens up a little taller. That's leadership before the title's even official. Meanwhile, The coaches are starting to look cornered. They know if they keep him benched for too long, the noise outside the building is only going to grow louder. Reporters, fans, analysts, everyone's watching Cleveland like it's a reality show now. Every practice clip, every quote, every move is being dissected like gospel. And it's not just hype anymore. It's pressure, and it's building fast. The front office is in a tough spot too. If they ride with Dylan and the season tanks, they'll look stubborn. But if they give Shedeur the reins and he shines, suddenly they've got to explain why the rookie wasn't starting weeks ago. It's a lose-lose for them, unless Shedeur saves them from themselves. That's the real story here.
I just don't think.
Well, then it is a wasted pick because you took him in the top 100.
Yeah, but potentially, may get away with it because of Shedeur.
Not just a quarterback battle, but a shift in control. The Browns can feel it. The fans can feel it. And somewhere deep down, even Dylan Gabriel can feel it too. The next time Shedeur Sanders steps on that field, it won't just be a game. It's going to be the moment everything in Cleveland changes. And make no mistake, when that moment finally comes, it's not just about Shedeur proving himself. It's about the Browns proving they still know how to recognize greatness when it's staring them right in the face. Because let's be honest, this franchise has made a career out of picking the wrong guys, protecting mediocrity, and acting like potential is something to be scared of. But Shedeur, he's different. You can see it in his body language, his confidence, his control of the moment. He's not just another name on the roster, he's a walking wake-up call. The fans see it too. Social media is on fire right now. Clips of him throwing lasers in practice, breaking down defenses, talking calmly with his coaches while everyone else looks lost. People are calling it the calm before the storm, and they're not wrong. You can feel it in the air, that tension, that buzz, that sense that something big is about to drop in Cleveland. Even the analysts who doubted him at first are starting to switch sides. They're rewatching his college tape, comparing it to the current mess on the field, and realizing maybe the kid was never the problem. Maybe the system was. And if that's true, then the Browns have been sitting on a gold mine while pretending it was backup material. Behind the scenes, a few insiders claim the locker room is already leaning his way. Players are quietly saying they believe Shedeur gives them the best shot at winning. And when your own teammates start picking sides, you know the clock's ticking for the starter.
It's a learning thing. It's a learning every day. I'm in a great position to be sit back, understand the game plan, understand everything that the NFL is. So, you know, I'm ready for my opportunity whenever that happens. But in this time that I'm not out there physically playing, I would say I'm growing everywhere. Every week. So I have 6 games a week, you know, so I'm happy rather than just having 1 game a week, you know, on the weekend. So the scout team receivers, all of us, we all know like every day's game day, and we definitely approach everything in that fashion and everything, because I truly believe the receivers we have on the scout team is really explosive and they're really great. They just need an opportunity.
It's all building toward one thing. The debut, the one that could flip the entire season upside down. Because when Shedeur Sanders finally steps into that game, it won't just be another snap, it'll be a statement. The Browns better be ready, because once this train starts rolling, there's no putting it back in the station. Adding Shedeur to that mix isn't even shocking anymore. It's destiny playing out in real time. It's like the Browns can't help but turn every season into a full-blown drama series. Still, you've got to admit, it's pure entertainment. Other teams play football, but Cleveland, they perform it. Every week it's touchdowns mixed with plot twists, and somehow we can't look away. By the end of the week, you can bet there'll be more leaks, more whispers, and more cryptic updates about whether Shedeur's back is tight or if he's secretly taken over the offense. Maybe it really is just a minor tweak, but deep down, everyone knows the truth. The Browns always know. They can't resist the spotlight. Chaos is part of their DNA. And here we are again, with Bailey Zapp suddenly elevated and Shedeur Sanders mysteriously limited overnight. You couldn't script it better if you tried. It's ridiculous, it's confusing, and somehow it's perfectly on brand for Cleveland. This is the same franchise that can't go 2 weeks without a headline, even when the games are boring. They don't chase normal, they chase attention, and every time you think it's over, boom! Another twist! At this point, the only thing missing is a theme song. But honestly, that's part of the charm. Being a Browns fan means living on the edge of madness, laughing through the chaos and tweeting through the pain. The best advice? Keep the memes coming, keep the expectations low, and never assume stability for even a second. Because if the Cleveland Browns have taught us anything, it's that the moment things look calm, something wild is about to drop. And the scariest part? This might not even be the final twist in the saga. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, because trust me, the next chapter in this Cleveland circus is coming fast, and you do not want to miss it. The Browns have a choice to make, and honestly, it feels like that choice has already been made behind closed doors. The leaks, the whispers, the viral clips, everything's pointing in one direction. Shedeur's moment is coming, and it's coming fast. At this point, it's not even if anymore, it's when. Cleveland's season hasn't gone how anyone imagined. The offense looks lost, the energy feels flat, and the fans are desperate for something, anything, to believe in again. And maybe, just maybe, Shedeur Sanders is that spark. He's the one who could flip the vibe, give the team some edge, and bring back that feeling that anything's possible on a Sunday. Because let's be real, keeping him on the bench while Dillon Gabriel keeps stalling the offense, that doesn't help anybody. Not the fans, not the locker room, not the future of this franchise. The whole football world's watching Cleveland right now, and everyone's asking the same question: when does Shedeur play? Based on what's happening behind the scenes, the intensity in practice, the tone of the insiders, the body language from the staff, it's starting to sound like the answer might be very soon. After the bye week, when they head into New York to face the Jets, that might finally be the night the lights hit Shedeur Sanders for real. That moment when we find out if all the hype, all the work, all the noise was leading to something legendary. Because right now, all signs point to it. The practice footage speaks volumes, the rumors are getting louder, and the streets of Cleveland are buzzing louder than ever. This could be the start of something big, maybe even something historic. So hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with every Browns fan you know. Because when Shedeur Sanders finally steps on that field, you know I'll be here breaking down every single snap. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.